Is our universe real?
It's just ideas. They're just
The
ideas.
reality of your life is now.
You were tuned in to Psychedelic Download.
You are all, everything is divine.
The actor.
There's no thing that isn't divine.
Everything is divine, and I'm that.
It's going to be fun. This is going to be fun because I know you're a smart dude. So this is why I'm excited. I'm excited. And I know I'm about to learn some things. So that's why I'm excited, which is going to allow me to bounce it off. But we are now plugged in to the download, and my guest with me today, right now, is Seppi. Seppi, you're from Israel, right?
I grew up in Israel.
You grew up in Israel.
But I was born in Iran.
That's right. You're Persian.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. You're Persian Israeli, I guess.
Persian Jewish.
Persian Jewish.
Israeli,
Gotcha.
American.
Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be a great conversation. Oh my God. I've been learning so much. I don't even know where to begin. Where I want to start with this conversation. So I guess I'll say I was made aware of you through a mutual friend, and through that got to see you a couple of times, and then was told you wanted to have a DMT experience. And have you experienced with any psychedelics before then?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. What did you experience?
Probably the first time I took mushrooms was when I was like maybe 22, 23.
Okay.
And then the second time I took mushrooms, I was like 45.
45. Gotcha. All right. Cool. So what made you interested into even wanting to try DMT?
People always told me, people that tried ayahuasca usually told me that something that that I have to experience.
Right.
But going through the whole process of ayahuasca didn't sound so appealing.
Right. Just the shitting on the self and the throwing up and stuff.
It sounds like a little bit too harsh on my body and sensitive, on my stomach is sensitive. So, it's like something that I,
Yeah.
But, but it always had that visual curiosity.
Right. And I guess when you found out that, I guess I dabble in what I do, I guess you're like, hey, let's ask them. So,
last time I saw you were floating.
I was floating. Oh.
Yeah, you were floating.
After your experience.
Yeah.
Wow. Yo, that's funny. I've had someone else tell me that after their experience, but I think it's funny. The ego would like to make you think, hey, I really be doing shit to really mean that I should be floating around people. But I think that's just a common thing people have when they experience with the psychedelics. I think we see everyone like that.
Right.
So with that said, I have tripped out about 40 people on DMT. I myself have done DMT close to 80 times.
Right.
I have never seen someone have the experience.
It was crazy.
that you had on DMT. Right. Yeah. You had the type of experience on, first of all, there are two types of DMT. There's actually three types of things people need to be made aware of then. There's the NN-DMT, which is the regular form DMT that most people just smoke, which is what you had. And then there's 5-MeO-DMT, which is the synthetic version of Bufo, and it's the extraction of the frog.
Okay, got it.
All right. And then there's ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is drinking it.
Right.
Now, the experience you had on NN-DMT is the type of experience that I expect to see people having on 5-MeO-DMT.
Okay.
Because I did 5-MeO-DMT one time, and it's like the Holy Ghost jumped in me. Like, in fact, people tell you, if there's anybody, they took a video of me, and I saw it. I really needed a guide. I needed a guide. You should not do 5-MeO without having a trip sit.
Right.
I got up. I was, trying to walk around. I was throwing myself.
Yeah.
And the experience that I saw you have was like a 5-MeO experience, to the point that I used to tell people before they, doing the regular NN-DMT, I was like, I suggest a guide, but it's not needed.
Right.
But the experience that I saw you have was the first of its kind, where I'm like, whoa, it was needed.
I was glad you were there.
Yeah, I appreciate. Well, I'm glad I was there too.
No, really.
Yo, can you take me through your experience and what you remember?
Yeah.
And when you first
Yeah.
inhaled the substance.
Um, very quick, very quick. Like within 2 seconds, everything became pixelized, going like green, white, kind of like pixelized, and going into you, and you just everything about you became pixelized, and there was like a noise. The noise was like a, and then like kind of like, kind of like when you lose reception or something. I lost you. Everything around you became pixelized for a few seconds.
Right.
Then I lost you, and then it was darkness, which I was conscious of, just floating in darkness. Was scary.
Right.
It's really scary.
So you were conscious. Elaborate on that.
Like I knew. Number one, when everything became pixelized, I was not worried at all, not scared at all. It felt like normal. It felt like, oh, I've been there before. It felt like, even though I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Right.
But it did feel very natural. It felt like it felt good.
Right.
It felt like, oh, it makes sense. Everything, like. But then the going into the darkness, just imagine being in darkest place and being aware that you're just floating. It was kind of like a floating feeling. Now, I don't know the time frame that went between the dark place into trying to come back. Now, trying to come back was shocking. Trying to come back, like everything was dark, and everything was dark, and you're in peace, and then I see you and everything else again pixelized and like a very. I found the sound on the internet from another person that had a DMT experience, and she's like, "Hey, have you ever really heard this sound?" I searched it. I've heard through a few different sounds until I found the sound that I.
Don told me you've been doing research.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to talk to him. Okay, go ahead.
So I found that sound, and everything was like coming back into that state, and then going back into darkness, and that was shocking. That was like the for me. That was like, I'm dead, I'm alive. I'm dead.
So you were going back and forth.
Yeah, between black to, then I see you guys, and then I go into that black darkness of that floating, that good, calming, and everything is good, and then coming back and everything is pixelized again, and like intense, very intense.
So coming back in was what was shocking.
Coming back in and going back, that whole switch, it was like, I felt like someone was like, plug and plug out, plug me and plug out.
Wow, that is deep. Yeah, because it's fun. I mean, shoot, like you were the only one that was supposed to go that time. My friend Dawn, she was going to go, and it's funny because as soon as actually she's over there sitting at the corner, it's all good. But as soon as she saw you go,
Right.
she really came over and tapped me on the shoulder. It was like,
Not doing that.
I was like, girl, you sit your ass down. but no.
So that my shock, my pain, like I felt like it's a pain of like a, and this was just, there's a lot more that came after that. Right. But this was like a very, like, I don't know how long that took, but it was like going back and forth from like, kind of like a dead, calm, peaceful into life, energy on, and intense vibration, and like, because I like that, going into that calm, into that black hole. Wasn't scary at all.
Right.
But coming back was really like,
They're coming back into this reality.
yeah, but this reality wasn't this reality. This reality was pixelated, and the sound was like very strong, like a very like. I have it. I can play it for you. But the sound was very, very distinct, like very, very strong.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to.
Yeah, shall I look for it? But then once I saw you and you kept bringing me back, and you were very like, just to seeing your face was like seeing an angel. It was like, no, yeah, you were just like smiling. You didn't say anything, and you were just smiling and looking at me and like resonating positiveness and all that. And that's what really, I think I stopped. I kind of like have an idea of what I think happened to me at that time. I think that I literally passed out. Like I passed out and came back and passed out and came back. Like, cause it was so intense that I couldn't handle it and I just passed out. Eat it. But solo goes on a loop like that. And it slows down. And it speeds up. You never heard this?
I've not heard that shit one. And I've heard some sounds.
Going back in and out, that's very similar to this. And it slowed down and it started again.
Wow.
It started very fast.
Yeah. And you found that on the site. Someone.
Yeah, I found it. This girl posted it and she said, "Did you guys ever hear this on a DMT?"
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, no, cause I've heard all kinds of sounds, man.
So that was just that part.
Right.
And then when I didn't really go into that black hole again, then when you were holding me and I was sitting on the couch, then everything changed.
Right. So, cause yeah, man, I like I said, I've never seen someone react that way. Like you needed a sitter. Like I was the only reason really why I got up and moved and gave my assistance to where I actually touched you. Because I didn't want to touch you, but it was only because you got close to other parts of the furniture.
Right.
And I was like, and Dawn
you just held me.
Right. And Dawn was worried about you hitting your head. And I was like, oh, shit. So then that's when I came down and I just held you. And man, you was, the noises, you were like, ah. And
it was very shocking.
Yeah. Making those noises, what was compelling you to make those noises? Did it make you feel better to make those noises?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the
yeah.
Like
yeah.
Sometimes when I feel like really like sick when I like my stomach,
Yeah.
like when I do that noise, makes me feel like let it out. It makes me feel better.
Right. Yeah.
And at that moment, my stomach was not feeling good. So.
Right. So, what's the insight that you've taken from that experience?
So again, that was just that part. After that, when we were sitting, I don't know how long were we sitting? Was I sitting and talking to you after that?
Yeah.
Another like 20 minutes or so
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Not more.
Yeah.
But the whole time, I remember even trying to get up and walking, and I couldn't.
Right.
Everything was like you were not the way you are now. It was like very pixelated, very like
wow.
You know how you use the on Instagram the what do you call this?
Stories.
On the stories, what do you have? Different you can choose
captions and the pictures.
No,
the
not
stickers,
pictures, not
emojis.
Not emojis.
Not emojis. Okay.
Not emojis. When you choose the picture, it makes it like a 3D. It makes it melted or.
Oh, the fractals.
No, the filters. Filters.
Oh.
So you look like one of these like 3D.
What are these Instagram models?
What's that?
I look like one of these Instagram models.
Yeah, you look like a filter of like different layers of you.
Right. Right.
And everything was like little stars, and you were like suspended in the air. You were not even like, you were sitting,
Right.
but the way I saw you were like floating like that, you know.
Right. 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 Wow.
But like different layers of you, like the blue, the red, the yellow, like, you know, it wasn't just you.
Right. 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 Yeah.
And that lasted for a while.
Wow.
That lasted for a long while.
Even when we went walking, when we went outside, were you still
When we went
buzzing?
outside, I was still, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was sitting and I couldn't walk that whole time, it took a long time. It was not, I mean, I think that the whole experience was like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But that whole experience, I mean, I had like, once I came out of that whole pixelated, like that on and off type of like feeling, like it was a lot more peaceful and
Right.
a lot more like, oh, I can enjoy this.
Right.
And you asked me what came out of it. Going in and out, a lot of things went through my mind.
Right.
Like, because I felt like I'm dead and I'm
Right.
coming back to life. Dead, coming back to life. Dead. So that's what it felt like.
Right.
So I felt like a few things, like God, I need to be a little bit more protective of myself, my body,
Mm.
and get closer to God. I kind of felt like this whole experience, and I kind of like, it's hard to tell you what else I saw there, because there was another, like I think she was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It was a figure, and she was very like, I can't really describe how she was,
Right.
but she was very like, she kind of like did this, kind of like this, with a good smile, and that's what I felt like I was given life back or something like that.
Mm.
And that's when I came out of that weird, that's, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive. I'm
Right.
dead. Oh, I'm alive again. Dead.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm not gonna lie. There was a worry is a strong word, but there was a split feeling of concern when I saw. I was like, whoa.
I was concerned for you too.
You were concerned for me?
Yeah.
too?
I was concerned about the neighbors. I was concerned because every time I came out back to life, I was like, oh, and I'm thinking, oh my God, now the police gonna come. They're gonna come and take me out on the in front of the ambulance in the emergency room. And, oh my, why am I getting myself into?
He said I was concerned for you too. Nah, dude, you're exactly right, because in the sense that you could feel all those other thoughts go in your head, because no matter where you are, there is still some type of conscious awareness of the surroundings of where your body is and what's going on.
Yeah, but that's going back in and out. And that's after a few times of, you know, I've kind of felt like
So you were coming in,
I come in and
you
then
would feel that, and then you
then
would go out. Right.
and then and so in the last time, I don't know how many times I did that, but the last few times I recognize where I am,
Right.
and I know you trying to bring me back, and you
Right.
didn't say, I don't remember you
No,
saying anything.
not
I
for me
just
to say
remember you
anything.
very just like,
Yeah.
you were just like very like, just sweetness coming out of you. You were just trying to like, and I knew that you were what you were trying to do, like
Yeah.
just kind of like bring me back. You didn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
just your smile and like your calmness kind of like brought me back.
Yeah.
And you know, that's when you even told me, you know, you could close your eyes, relax and
Yeah.
all that. I said, no, I want to enjoy what I
Right.
was looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because it was like coming back.
You want to, yeah, because you even said it. You said, I want to come back. I think I remember you saying something like,
Yeah,
I wanna,
like it was like, I
Yeah.
just want to enjoy this. It was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Because, yeah, so in that sense, that I remember, you know, being as a trip sitter, it's not for me to interject in someone's experience. It's for me just to make sure that they're comfortable and they don't hurt themselves. Right. So, like I said, I wasn't going to sit up there and talk you through it. I know when the time to talk.
You were there.
Yeah.
No, really, I think it's very important.
But not, yeah.
But a few things that I think very important too is what you eat before.
Right, yeah.
My personality is super sensitive.
Right.
So if something stressful happens to me,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that I get, like my stomach, like just like dissolves.
Right.
So I like, so it's good to go on a diet before you do something like that.
I agree. I suggest people to do that. People ask me like, "Hey, how should I prepare for it?" And really, the diet I tell them is really just don't overeat and don't eat like junk.
Don't eat anything heavy.
Right. Don't eat anything heavy. I tell them eat light. Yeah.
You do a diet before you go into ayahuasca.
Yeah. Ayahuasca is different. Yeah. Yeah. With ayahuasca is almost a cleansing. You really kind of want to cleanse your diet before you go in there. With DMT, I just tell them, don't eat nothing heavy. Don't eat nothing too greasy, too crazy sweet. Like just eat something normal. You know what I'm saying? To where you're not full, but you're satisfied.
Yeah.
Because
again, it's like something like it's you don't want any physical thing you want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because then,
Yeah.
on top of everything you're going through,
Yeah.
you have pressure.
Exactly. Exactly.
Physical pressure, you don't want.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, as I know you are. Would you consider yourself? It's funny. With all the stuff that I think that I've come to understand. I don't even like calling myself spiritual, but for layman's terms, I call myself spiritual for people just so they understand that I'm not an atheist. Because what I find, religious people, when I tell them, I'm not religious, they think I'm an atheist. And when I'm like, I didn't say that. And when I tell atheists, I believe in something, they think I'm religious. And to me, religion and God are two different things, in my opinion. I think there's always been God. Religion is created by man and how they think they understand God. So my question to you, would you consider yourself more religious or spiritual man, or neither? Or, yeah, how would you consider yourself in your understanding of what you are coming into?
I think I'm more spiritual than religious.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in my religion. I'm Jewish.
Right.
I really believe in the old scriptures and the teachings and stuff that was passed down from the first man, Adam.
Right.
Generations, and brought into, it's stuff that was passed down for generations. So I just believe in that. I'm super believe in that.
Right.
But as far as practicing the religion, I'm probably 50-50. I'm very convenient
Right.
when it comes to that.
So
I believe in it. I believe in everything that I practice. I believe in.
Okay.
And everything that I don't practice it.
I believe in it. Right. That's an honest answer. I love it. Okay. So in believing it, so you believe it happened, I guess, word for word, how it's broken down. Like you believe in Genesis, you believe in Moses, you believe in Abraham, you believe in Samson, and a lot more. Okay.
Each story has a lot more to it. It's not just a basic story it's written in the Bible.
Right. Well, yeah, I definitely believe that.
There's a lot.
Yeah. No matter what I think of it, no matter what I think of its validity, I think it is a lot deeper than people take for granted, especially with the Kabbalah and the Dead Sea Scrolls and all these things that is broken down and things that are taken out from it. So I give it that.
So many different aspects.
Right. So many different aspects to it. So with that, because I've been learning a lot, especially with this Palestinian-Israeli conflict, because I never knew what secular Judaism was until recently. So in what you're telling me, because secular Judaism, from my understanding, is someone who believes in their Jewish through heritage, but they don't really believe in the scriptures and stuff.
We have a lot of those. Yeah.
Right. So you wouldn't consider yourself secular Jewish?
My practice is secular.
Okay.
It's half secular, half religious.
Okay.
I'm really like half. I'm like half liberal, half conservative.
Gotcha.
Pretty much in everything in my life.
Yeah. I actually think that's a good place to be. Truthfully, I think if you're too far one or the other,
and I feel that I do that because of it's just comfortable for my way of life.
Right.
And I was not brought in in a conservative family at all.
Right.
The opposite. You know, my parents, my family is traditional, but I'm a little bit too religious for them. They always tell me, "Hey, don't go there." Hey, you know.
Right.
Which, you know, since I was a kid, my parents, not only my parents, everyone called me in the family the rabbi. To things, the rabbi and architect.
Right.
You know, and I turned out to be very much into Judaism, and I built both. So,
Right. So you both basically.
Yeah.
No doubt. So how has your experience at all affected what you believe, or
What do you mean?
like your DMT experience? How has that influenced more so or changed or anything? How does that compare? Like, what is it? You know, because my only thing is, you know, I've been thinking, you know, a lot of things with these scriptures and holy books and faiths, we learn them through other people. So the difference in me, someone like me, gravitating to that would be difficult because the type of experience that I've had with DMT are in my head.
Okay.
And I know that's realer to me than something someone's telling me. So what I'm saying is whatever someone's telling me does not hold as much validity as whatever I think I'm experiencing in my head. However delusion it could be, that shit just, it's in my head. So what I'm saying is your experience, however real or not you felt it was to you, how does that play? How does that contribute or affect the things that you already believe in?
So, I think in general, personally, I think my growth, my love of God, my conscious of God, started as a young age. And it's always been, every year I learn something new, and every year I just grow. And I love the learning, and I love getting more into it. And every once in a while, you need someone to come and smack you in the face and kind of like wake you up. And I feel that the experience smacked me in the face.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a good smack. It was hard. Let me tell you something. It was super intense. It was intense. Like I was in shock for a few days after that, obviously. And it was necessary. But if you told me that that's what I was going to go through before, I would tell you I don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah. Just because it was so intense, that off and on, that going back into that darkness and coming back to light, going back, you know, that was too much. That was like really, really difficult.
So would you do it again?
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Even though you had that experience and you was like that. So why, if I told you that would happen, you?
But even the next day, I would tell you, yeah, I would do it again. Even though it was, if you tell me that's what I'm gonna go through, I'll tell you I don't want to do it.
Right.
But I went through it,
Right.
I'll do it again,
Right.
because I do want to go more.
Right. Dude, there's way more things that happen. Matter of fact, quick story. I tell people, no, in all my times I've done it, I've only had 2 experiences that were similar. And
You yourself, not someone else.
Right. And ironically, those 2 experiences were my first 2 experiences. But every experience that I've had has been almost drastically different. I won't say drastically different, but just different. In a sense that feels like it's its own experience. So to the extent that I've seen people do all kind of things. I've seen people talk to dead relatives. I see people channel to where I'm talking through that. They're talking to whatever. They're not them. I'm talking to whatever. Through them. I've seen so many things. With that said, I remember I was tripping out this a friend in Hawaii, and his mother passed maybe a few years before, and he went in, and he was telling me this a few days before his trip. So when he went in, immediately and I knew what was happening. I knew he was with his mother.
Nice.
I have seen that
Nice.
before. I've seen people talk to their relatives before, and he was like, "Oh, look, you're here."
Wow.
And he was about 3 to 4 minutes, really strong. He's and then he abruptly came out of it. He was, then he look at me like, "I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back." And I had to call him. And I was like, okay, cool.
Well,
We'll go again. Relax. I had to let him come out that trip first, though, because, they say for you to go back, it usually takes a minute. You have to digest all that before you can go back. Otherwise, it's harder to go back. Even though that, come to find out that is more like a wise tale, even though I find that does happen more often than not. But I'm saying all this to say, I had to tell him, listen, like, I know you want to go back to see your mother again, but don't expect to have that same trip before it to continue on. It's like this thing does different things at different times. I had to tell him, I was like, listen, it's like Vince, like, I understand, but just relax, like, don't expect that. And he went in again, and that's not the experience he had. To where, obviously it was a letdown for him, so he wasn't able to take the experience for what it was, I'm saying all this to say, like, more than likely you're not going to have
the same.
Who knows? Maybe if he did, then maybe I would start to want to, like, really have you be my guinea pig.
No,
What is going on? What is he connecting to?
No, but let me tell you, it felt literally like I'm a computer and someone just plugs me off and then plugs me back in. I come back to life, plugs me off, plugs me back in. That was the only traumatic part that was traumatic, Everything else after that was beautiful. I was sitting with you and I was like smiling and laughing, and I was like, I'm loving it. I was telling you, you have no idea what I'm seeing, right? I kept telling you, you have no idea, because everything was wow. Like the depth was like.
You know what's funny? I have an idea that I have no idea what you were seeing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
I have an idea that I have no idea what you were seeing.
I wish you could just like download it somehow and everyone watch it.
Yeah, I know. So so like what
But so you
I had
asked about how is it connect to everything else. So I had like it's like someone smacked you in the face and put you back. Okay, so for a few days I was a little bit in shock. Let's say probably for more than a few days, maybe probably more like 10 days or so. Took me kind of to get back to normal, I think.
Wow, 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you constantly just have it. You just think about the whole time.
Yeah.
You're doing everything and everything is fine.
Right,
but
everything's
it's just,
normal, but you're in constant rumination of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like I was in a shock.
Yeah.
I was in a shock.
Yeah.
No, really. But the whole time, even when I came out of it, I said it's crazy, but I do want to visit it again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So it made me stronger believer in God.
Okay.
I did feel kind of like it was, when you said spiritual, religious and all that, I think that in my practice I'm more spiritual than religious, because if I'm religious I have to practice the 613 laws that we have as Jews, which I don't.
Right.
It's like some I do.
Right.
and
Do
some.
but yet you said you still believe in them, even though
Of
you don't-
course,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
All right. To the point that so, what do you think is there a penalty in not practicing those laws that you believe in that you think comes?
Penalty
Yeah, I mean, because
is
a lot of time religion is about condemnation if you don't do
Okay.
this. Am I?
well, yes,
I did.
there is penalty,
Okay.
and you could call it penalty. Some call it karma.
Right,
Some call it. We call it in Kabbalah. It's called fixing.
right,
The fixing means like your soul,
right,
our souls,
Right.
everyone's souls,
right,
especially the souls that we're here now. We're souls that we've came so many times.
right,
According to our belief, it's been 6,000, 5,800 and some, whatever, 800 years from
right,
first creation, from Adam,
Right.
right? So according to our belief, all of us were inside Adam and Eve in the time of the first sin.
right,
All of us were into that soul, that one. In the time of the first sin, that one soul, that one original soul, scattered into billions.
yes,
That it's us.
right,
And we come here to do what? To fix the original sin.
which is the original sin.
The original sin is eating from the fruit of the
okay.
the tree of
Tree of life, the tree of knowledge.
tree of knowledge, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
of good and bad.
right,
Before that, the concept of everything was good, but once they ate from that fruit, the concept of bad came into
right,
this reality.
right, yeah. Because I don't believe there really is, on a cosmic level, I understand there really is no sin, there is no bad. This is all a human construct that we give ourselves.
I think it's actually more of a godly concept that was inserted in us, because you need to have in order
I
to
think there's a moral compass.
in order to have good, you need to have bad.
Right, exactly.
So-
Otherwise, there is no good.
Of course.
Right, yeah. You
Yeah.
got to have a balance.
Of course.
So in that
Yin yang.
right. So that's what I'm saying. In that sense. So all right. So this is what I mean when I say there really is no bad. Like you have to have bad to have good. So there really is no bad. You have to have it. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
bad is an option, and you have freedom of
it
choice.
always has to be an option though.
and you have
For
the
you to
freedom of,
understand what good is,
but you have a freedom of choice.
and you have free right.
You can choose good, you can choose bad.
Right. So in freedom of choice, do you believe there's sin in picking the wrong thing?
So now going back to your question, if there is a penalty,
Right.
okay. So yeah, there is.
Right.
For example,
And that's not really freedom of choice. That's a
for
trick.
example,
But go
let's
ahead.
just put
Yeah.
you have something here. I'm in your house, and I take something and I put it in my pocket
All right.
and I walk away.
Yeah.
I don't see you ever again.
Right.
You know what's gonna happen? That karma
Yeah.
has to be paid
So
somehow.
I agree. Yeah.
So you know what's gonna happen? Both me and you gonna have to come back to this reality
Mhm.
so I can pay back to you.
Mm.
Okay. Now there is a short way. There's redemption. There is redemption,
Mm-hmm.
and that way you don't need to come back but reincarnate.
Right.
But if you come into my house, or anyone comes to my house and steals from me, it's for sure something that had to do from previous reincarnation,
Uh-huh.
incarnation, and that circle didn't stop, and it happens again,
Right.
and we have to
Right.
stop it.
Right.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to come back. Now again, we may not come back as the
Same embodiment.
100% not, but we may. It's called little sparks. Sparks
Right.
of us will come back
Right.
to be in the situation. A spark of your soul, even if it's just like for that one thing,
Mm-hmm.
will come back to this reality, maybe into somebody else's body,
Mm-hmm.
just for one reason,
Right.
To get a
experience
payback
Right. To know what they went
from
through.
the spark of that other
Right,
one that
right.
took away.
Right.
And we don't want that.
Right.
Why we don't want that? Because we don't want to come back again and again
Right.
and again. We just
Yeah.
want to graduate and move on.
Dude. All right, so there is a difference in Kabbalah and Judaism, in my
In
opinion,
practice?
understanding that. All right,
Most people, most Jews
Mhm.
don't know Kabbalah.
right,
Yeah.
great.
So they know
Right.
Judaism.
Right.
This holiday do this holiday do that.
Right.
You eat this, you don't eat that.
Right,
Very, very simple stuff. But if you go into deeper, and
Ri-
you just need to start reading,
yeah.
and you will get into
Yeah.
the deep.
No, listen, you're exactly right. Because listen, you know, it's funny to me. The closest thing for me to understand what I think I've been understanding and receiving is Hinduism. But I think we bastardize these things. We like almost commercialize this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we call it gods when it's energies or just something not even in the construct of what we can concept what it is.
We cannot
Right.
understand what God is.
So, with this said, the root of my understanding of what I think this is, I remember I was having an experience in Canada, and I went in, and I came out, and my friend, he was videotaping, and actually just to piggyback on what I was telling you about my friend, where he was like, I told him you need to wait to go back in because it usually takes about an hour to get back in. My friend, we had just did DMT in Canada, and he's actually the one who taught me how to make it. And we did it, it came out, and he was like, come on, let's go again. And I was like, dude, that had only been 20 minutes. And he was like, dude, we're scientists, man, come on, let's try it. And I was like, all right, fuck
Wow.
it.
Wow.
So we went back in, 20 minutes. and
Wait, that was your first time?
No, it was just like my 50th sometime.
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
But he's the person who taught me how to make it. I told him a year later that I was like, yo, I'm gonna come see you one day, and he didn't believe me, but I did. And so he's tripping me out by like this river, and for the second time, and I come out of it, and he says to me, dude, we came out of it, and he's videotaping me, and he says, dude, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. We can get back there. Now, I understood what he said, and he's talking about breaking the myth. He was like, dude, because he said, we broke the myth. It's a blessing we can get back there. And he's talking about within an hour, because the myth is like, takes you an hour. You gotta, before, otherwise it won't let you in. So he's like, we broke the myth, we can get back there. I heard that, I understood what he was talking about, but he triggered something else. And I came out of it and I was like, dude, no. It's not a blessing that we can get back there. It's a blessing that we can leave there and forget. He was like, I was like, dude, that's what it is. It was like, this is like experiencing itself. It was like, because knowing everything is boring. Like when you know everything, you can't do anything. So you can't have a new journey. You can't have a new experience. For the ultimate creator, you can't create anything. So the only thing you can do is forget you are everything. And so the only way you can learn anything, to have an experience, is to forget that you are everywhere. Because if you're everything, you're really everywhere. And if you're all one, you're really alone. So the only thing that you can do is to break yourself down and to forget you know everything. 100%. And I'm telling him this, and I'm realizing, and so like, it's a blessing. This is a blessing. Like, this is actually the shit. Like, cause that, like, yo, this is having an experience. Without forgetting this, it can't have an experience without us, without experiencing this. So, and we are it.
If you remember everything from previous lives.
Right, exactly. And because we have played so many parts. We've been the murderer. We've been the adulterer. We have been the victim, the king, the raper, the kidnapper, the rapee. We have been the victim. We've played every part. And so carrying that on to the next life is like, it's trauma. You know what I'm saying? So this amnesia that we have coming back in.
So my kids about what's going on in, I have, my son he's almost 18. Wow. He's going to be 18.
Right. Yeah, we're getting older.
My daughter is 16 and a half. And they were talking about the killings in Israel and what's going on right now and all that, and all these young people that are killed.
Right.
And Usually when someone is killed in a trauma, something very traumatic, there's a reason behind it.
Right. And it carries over. Right, yeah.
And again, you're going to call it punishment.
Right. It's just, right, karma, yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. See, that's why I don't really believe in sin. I don't think karma is what it's just a cycle. It's your energy coming back to you.
Look, but
You know?
like we just said,
Sin to me means condemnation.
look, there is like a moral code that we have to follow. Look, I can tell you this. In Judaism, we have 613 laws. About 90 of the laws are about the Holy Temple that don't exist right now. So it's about 520 laws that we have to obey by, right? Most of these laws are about sex and about food.
Right.
It's about
Right.
really.
Right.
It's about who you cannot have sex with.
Right.
And okay, who you cannot have sex with? Your sister, your mother, your it's,
Right.
all of these
Yeah.
are written laws.
Right.
And you had to write all these things.
Right.
And people would have sex with animals.
Right.
You know, like people would have.
Where are these laws found? Because that's not in the Torah.
Okay, everything is in the Torah.
Everything's in the Torah.
Everything is in the Torah. The Torah is, I forgot how many words, but you could read the Torah this way. You could read the Torah that way.
Gotcha.
You could store this way.
Mm-hmm.
Even each letter in the Hebrew alphabet, we call it the Hebrew alphabet, but it's not just something that belongs to us. We believe that the Hebrew alphabet, again, we call it the Hebrew alphabet, but these characters are the DNA of creation.
Right.
Meaning every aspect of creation, any energy of this creation comes through to this reality that we all see from each one of these letters. And each one of these letters, the shape of it, and number one, a lot of these letters are compliant from other letters
Right.
that are meaning to another letter.
Right.
So meaning you look at Aleph, which is the first one, it's compliant from a Vav and two Yuds. Vav is the sixth letter, and two Yuds is two of the 10th letter.
Right.
So it actually gives you 26. 26 is in geometry means God, the number of God. If you do it in English and in Hebrew,
Right.
they both comes down to 26.
Yeah.
If you give numbers to each letter in the English alphabet,
Yeah.
G-O-D comes to 26.
Right.
You do the same with Jehovah in Hebrew, comes back to 26.
Wow.
So 26 like. So I'm saying everything's connected. So
Yeah.
you know, all of our books are written from that original book that was written by Moses.
Okay.
Moses wrote the Torah.
Right.
And beside the Torah, he had the verbal Torah.
Right.
We had the written Torah that everyone knows, which is the Old Testament.
Old Testament.
And we have the verbal, we call it the verbal Torah, which was passed on from father to son, not only from one father to son, but every generation, fathers to their sons.
Right.
Then the next generation to their sons. And even though they were dispersed all over the world as slaves by the Babylonians, by the Assyrians, by the Romans, by the Greeks, by the not the Persians actually. Persians was the only ones that actually let them out.
Right.
But they were still passing the same. And then when technology came about, printing and all that, they all printed it out. And they all came out very similar, to each other.
Right.
Nothing was different. Like there's the Talmud was written both in Iraq, Babylon, and it was written both in Jerusalem. It was very similar, just, like a little bit different, but it was pretty much similar.
Right.
And then we have our books that it's called Shulchan Aruch, which has all these other laws and all, it was written by two different people, one was in Israel, one was in Europe, and they both wrote the same kind of book. They just put everything, all of the laws to a basic, everyday type of easy to read book.
Right.
But going back to, I don't know how you got this, but going back to...
It's so good. It's still, it's educating people, and that's...
Going back to, the Torah and you said what's different with the Torah and Kabbalah, or?
Right. Well, yeah, what's the difference in Judaism and Kabbalah? Because this is the thing, when I started, I have a real big distaste for religion. I cannot stand the dogma.
I always felt the same.
So
organized.
Right. Anything organized,
No.
I completely shun.
By the people who run it, by the people the way they are, by the example they show.
With that said, I can't deny the things that I've understood. I've seen in Hindu, like I said, the whole breaking down. When I understood, I was like, dude, this isn't my information. This is old information that I'm just getting made aware of, and people just decipher it differently. And when you're telling me about the Kabbalah, you're actually jogging my memory to stuff that I've learned about the Kabbalah, but I had forgotten. And when you were reminding me about it, breaking it down, I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh, this is like saying the same shit. So these people were having these experiences that we're having, and they're giving their opinions about what they think of it. And the thing is,
it's all the same.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But still an opinion of what we think of it. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Right, it's still an opinion. Well, what I'm saying is still, I resonate with I'm like seeing the similarities. I'm like, yo, like I see that, So with that said,
going back to, you said Buddhism, it's Judaism, Buddhism, Taoism. It's all came from, we believe, from the same person, again, Abraham. So even Buddhism came from him.
Kabbalists believe.
We believe that Buddhism came from, what happened was, Abraham had...
Right, because Abraham's older than Buddha.
Yeah. Abraham had kids. Right. And then when he had Isaac, his wife, Sarah, told him, get rid of all the other kids because I want Isaac to be the true, what do you call it? Yeah, like we don't want this, and that's actually going back, I don't know if you know the story, but what we're having right now with the Arabs, it goes back to the same story too. You know the story?
About, with, Sarah?
There is Abraham and his wife Sarah. She couldn't have,
I know that story.
She couldn't get pregnant.
Right, she couldn't get pregnant, and she went and slept with the son.
Hagar was her maid. She was the daughter of Pharaoh, so she was Egyptian. And the Pharaoh gave his daughter to Abraham. Abraham was very righteous. Abraham, if I tell you the whole story of Abraham, it's amazing. Abraham was always like, everything that we know about astrology, everything that we know about Kabbalah, everything that we know about anything came from a book that Abraham wrote. 18 pages. And the way it's written, it's not just written like that. It's written in shapes. I can read it. I cannot understand anything it says. I can read the words and maybe some stuff try to make sense. But from these 18 pages, all the books that we have until today, all the secret knowledge was written, because these are 18 pages of codes. And Abraham actually studied for 40 years in the school of the son of Noah.
You see, he went in the cave.
No, that's not Abraham.
Okay.
That was actually the person who wrote the Zohar, which is the Kabbalah books.
Right. Okay.
He went into the cave. Yeah, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He went into the cave for 13 years with his son. And then when they downloaded all this stuff and they wrote it, and they had to bury themselves most of the time inside dirt because they were just like glowing. Because when you don't do when your soul doesn't get dirtied by the mundane things that we do every day that dirties us, you start glowing. So they were glowing. And actually, Adam and Eve, when they were created, we're different than what we are. They were kind of like translucent, and they were glowing like the sun. They were bright, huge too. They were not, the only thing that we say we have close to what they were made of is our fingernails. Because imagine a body that is kind of like a fingernail, and it just glows. And until today, the bodies are glowing. Their bodies are still glowing. Adam and Eve. And
Their bodies are still glowing.
Glowing right now.
Where?
Where they're buried.
Where they're buried. Okay, so that's the belief that wherever they are buried, their bodies are still glowing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like the sun.
Right, like the sun.
We were all part of them, Adam and Eve. Everyone is part of Adam. Even Eve is part of Adam. When Adam was created, he was created with another half, an evil half.
An evil half.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she...
Adam was created. Adam was created Adam is a half of an evil half.
He had a first wife.
But that also makes sense because everything is the yin and yang here, so you gotta have the...
Yes.
So, but elaborate.
So when Adam was created, he was created with a female half of him that wasn't Eve. Okay. And they were equal. So Adam was created at the age of 32 years old.
Okay.
32 because in numbers it goes to live, which means heart. So he was created at the age of 32. He wasn't created at the age of 0 and then we waited for him to grow and do all this stuff, right? He was created at the age of 32. And it's just like anything else, when everything was created, when God said, let it be trees.
Right.
There were trees,
yeah.
full on green, full green.
I mean, there's no way a baby is going to be able to take care of himself.
Right. So everything, like even an animal was created full size.
Right.
It didn't have to be an egg first and then hatch and then.
Right.
So when Adam was created, he was created with another half of him. And they were about to have sex. And he came on top of her, and she didn't like that. She said, I want to be equal.
I want to be equal?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like modern women.
Okay.
No.
So she ran away.
Eve was a feminist. Eve was the first feminist.
No, that's not Eve. That was someone else.
Oh, they got rid of her, right?
She ran away.
She ran away.
Yeah.
She was like, I ain't taking this shit.
She didn't take no shit.
She was the first feminist.
She wanted to ride him, and she's like, no, I need to be on top of you. She said no, and she took off.
That's funny. Wait, so what was her name?
Her name is actually, you're not really supposed to say that name.
Really?
Yeah, because she's still around.
Wow. So you know the name though.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to say it.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Okay. So I mean,
you just go on Google, you find out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Lilith.
Lilith. Oh. Wow. Okay. Dude, they had a vampire movie, And Lilith was the vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was with Adam. It was with, like, she was first with Adam and then she got, like, condemned or something. Wow.
You're putting it together now, huh?
I mean, it's really good. So really my question to you is, I forgot, what's the person's name that you said wrote the Kabbalah?
Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He was in the cave.
He was in the cave. So do you think, right, glowing, right. So do you,
That just saw him, they died.
wow,
So they had to go back into the cave for another year.
wow, right, to dirty him up.
Kind
Right.
of like to let that energy kind of like...
You believe that story verbatim, like exactly how it happened. You don't think that was more like a metaphor of what happened? Okay.
The cave
So-
actually exists in Israel. You could go and...
But just because it exists doesn't mean this would happen there. I mean, the planet Earth exists, but they also got Marvel comics and, you know what I'm saying? And,
But so far, like history,
right,
at the time of Jesus, it's like 2,000 years ago.
right.
So it's not too far away. History. We know that Jesus existed.
Mm.
No, of course there's a lot. I mean, of course there is. In our books, it exists.
Right, in your books it existed, right? But I'm saying that's the only books that, like, there's no really historical reference that, like, proves Jesus exists. There's this shroud that says that was covered over him when he was like,
There
but
is. Muhammad existed. Moses
I believe Muhammad existed because there's more record of Muhammad existing.
I believe that Jesus existed.
Right, I understand that. That's funny. I understand that. You're right. That's a good one. But
They all existed.
right,
David existed.
right.
King Solomon existed.
I mean, whether these people, all right, this is the thing though, whether these people existed or not, I think the importance of their existence is, it's going to sound harsh, is almost not irrelevant.
I tell you more than that. Not only that they existed, these people are us. We are little
We're everybody. So if they existed, yeah,
sparks.
yeah,
They're the original souls.
right, yeah. So basically, all of us have a little bit of Jesus and Muhammad in us.
All of us
Right.
have sparks.
Right,
All of us
right.
have sparks.
I agree. I agree.
And not only,
I
I mean, look, back then people are, I mean, the first generation that was after creation,
Right,
that know Adam,
right,
were sinners or idol worshippers.
right.
You know, so it's like we are programmed to be, I know you don't like this word, but sinners.
Well, it's not that I don't like the word. It's just that I don't believe in it. I don't believe there's no sin.
Well-
I believe in karma.
Do you believe that killing someone is a sin?
No,
What is it? That you paid?
I don't believe there is no sin.
Do you think that you, like killing someone, you paid off a karma that was there?
Paid off?
Or-
No, I think I'll probably be getting karma paid to me. But I don't think that is a sin in the sense of condemnation of God, quote unquote, God condemns you to hell. But Jews don't believe in hell. Am I correct?
We do.
You don't.
We do.
You do. Okay. All right.
If one day I'm going to tell you the whole story of Adam.
Right. See, that's the thing where I would differ then. I don't believe in hell. If the only hell that I believe in is the hell that you make for yourself while you're living here.
Okay, that's one form.
Right. So I don't believe in this astral plane hell where your souls go to burn to, because to me,
Okay.
I think for God to condemn you, this 70-year-old man who has lived 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 years if we're lucky, to the same type of knowledge that God is supposed to hold. Like, I can't see how that would condemn you to hell for
Let me take
eternity.
it to the extreme. Do you think Hitler existed?
Yeah.
Do you think that he dies and we die and we just go to the next level the same way?
The same way. Yes and no. Yes and no. I believe Jesus and Hitler went to the same place eventually. There is,
Eventually, it's only up to the soul.
right, because there is no You need the good and the bad, and if everything is created under,
We hope that everyone.
because if God is all forgiving,
Look, forget about God, it's all forgiven. We are all one.
exactly,
So we want
right,
everyone to graduate.
right,
We are here
Right,
to
right.
help everyone to graduate.
I agree,
According to Kabbalah,
right,
women only need to come to this reality one time
wow,
and they graduate.
right, wow. God must be a feminist too.
Men usually
I actually have a poem called God as a Woman, so it's funny. Because-
usually men come to this reality and we like to
I
just
knew God was a feminist. For
fuck
real.
around and we
Yeah.
just like to enjoy life,
That's funny.
and that's why we keep coming back and
Mother ayahuasca. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, all this making some. Yeah, go ahead.
that's why we had, and then we have women coming
Right.
back to this reality to
Right.
they get reincarnated to help us men
Right.
to move on
Right.
to the next level, because if we all move on, if
Mhm.
we all help each other to move on, we'll move on faster.
Right. Yeah.
If not, everyone's gonna graduate at the end.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone.
I agree. You
But-
have no choice not to.
We believe that that's gonna happen about 280 years from now. The graduation is gonna happen
For everyone.
for everyone.
Right. And so, what's
Because-
graduation look like?
It's gonna be the way in our book it's written is very simple. It's gonna be peace on earth, and we're not gonna eat animals,
Mm-hmm.
and animals not gonna eat animals.
Mm.
Meaning, even the lion
Mm-hmm.
is not gonna eat a sheep. Or
Right,
it's not
right.
gonna be.
Wow.
It's gonna be, and everyone's gonna recognize the last.
So what about the trees and the vegetables and the grass? That everything
No,
has
we-
life
we
in
can
it.
eat-
That's
no,
gonna be eaten.
We can eat those, and we
We
can
can
eat
eat
fish.
Right. Okay.
We can eat fish too.
So God said, like, look, I care about the humans and the animals now. Fuck the
God-
grass.
God-
fuck the vegetables.
God-
Y'all can eat the trees and the bushes.
and
Go
the
ahead.
and the fish.
And
He's
the-
good at
and the
eating
fish.
fish. Yeah.
Okay. And the
But,
fish.
yeah.
God said, fuck the fish. God, like, fuck them fish.
But you know, when
Right.
we were not supposed to eat any animals from the beginning.
Right.
The first 1,000 of years we were not supposed to eat animals,
Right.
and the last 1,000 of years we're not going to eat animals. The
Right.
last 1,000 of years is going to be. Right now, God is hidden in this creation, in this reality,
Right.
and the reason why He's hidden is because He wants to give us freedom of choice to accept and believe in Him
Right.
or not.
Right.
At the end, the last 1,000 of years, everyone's going to recognize God.
Right.
It's not going to be hidden anymore.
Right.
We believe that when Messiah comes, that's why we don't believe that Jesus was a Messiah.
Mhm.
We believe that
I don't believe that either. That's one thing. We agree.
Yeah,
We agree on some. We agree on a lot
We
of
agree
things.
on a lot of
Yeah,
things.
As I can see, yeah.
but we don't agree that, we don't think that Jesus was we agree that He was a rabbi. We agree that He was
I agree.
a great Jew, and
I
He
agree.
was very.
You know, it's funny. I have a poem called. I have a poem, and it starts off. I don't think Christians truly want to be like Jesus because they did. They start by being Jewish.
There you go.
So it's just trying. I like just the egg of me. I'm like,
You just, I always said,
yeah.
you wanna be, if you follow Jesus, you would probably keep kosher.
You
know?
Yeah.
But so we believe that when the Messiah comes, it's gonna be peace on earth. Everyone's gonna recognize God,
Mm-hmm.
and the truth is gonna be available for everyone. Knowledge, communication is gonna be different. We're gonna be connected. It's gonna be a different frequency, some call it different, but it's gonna be a different level of. We're gonna enjoy this earth in a different way.
Right.
Right now, the first 6,000, this earth, this reality was created for 7,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
We are at the 5,800, whatever, close to 800, 5,780 or something like that, 80 something. So right now we're just this close for the coming of Messiah, and that's actually what's going on right now with the Middle East. Everything that's going on with the New World Order, everything that's going on with politics and everything explains. It explains everything that was it's written in our books that will happen before the end of days, when the Messiah comes. And so we believe that it's any day, could happen any day.
Wow.
And because people are a lot more higher conscious right now, people truly, not only Jews, I'm not talking about Jews at all, but people in general help each other a lot more than you realize. You can sit here and get on your internet and help someone that you never met in the other side of the world. When did that ever happen? You know, that's huge, you know. So a lot of good things happening. There's a psychopath that's putting us into wars, and there's this, you know, they're putting us into killing each other and pushing all these, you know, negative type of life, and, you know, trying to control us. But in the big picture, humanity was never on a basic level, was never as good as it now. You know, back in the day, people would just go and rape and kill because they could. But thank God we don't have it here as much, you know. It's different. It's good. You know, people really are good to each other, I think.
So do you think more people should have a DMT experience like you had? Do you think that
They should start slowly. If you wanted to come back, slowly.
Oh man, that's funny, right?
It was intense.
You had a whole bowl. It was like a whole bowl, just give a little spoonful.
Yeah. No, and I know I kind of like I went straight into it.
I mean, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I mean, I would, yeah. I've never seen nothing like that. Yeah, that was fun for me.
But thank God it was good.
Yeah,
It was good experience.
yeah. I'm glad, man.
And now I'm glad it was with you. Really.
I
Really.
appreciate it, man. That humbles me, man. Because that's one of the things that I take that very seriously. Just being a trip sitter.
Yeah.
I don't play around. Like, I do not play around with that. You know, I'm honored actually to be doing that.
Nice.
You know, yeah. I'm known for spoken.
You didn't do anything. You were just there. You were just resonating like sweetness, goodness, and just that's all I needed. And
Yeah, we do. It's man, we could really go on and do. I'm gonna have you back.
yeah,
Because we didn't even get to a lot of things.
No.
I wanted to get to.
time flies.
Yeah, time flies, man. This has been really good. Dude, Seppi, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure. Really.
Man, I hope people
Yeah.
got something from this. I know I have, and this has been very interesting. I look forward to more of these. Man.
Yeah.
Come by anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do.
All right, so we're about to unplug from the system, and we will upload. Yeah, man.
Cheers. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
Is our universe real?
It's just ideas. I mean, what is the reality of your life is now.
The Cosmedelic download.